Welcome to Nexel Academy Talks. I'm your host, Tony Shiblum. Today, we're going to discuss the history and future of apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are not new. Early Egyptians and Babylonians used apprenticeships to teach craftsmen their trades. By the Middle Ages, the apprenticeship method was an organized way for guilds to train the next generation of tradespeople. In 1937, Congress enacted the National Apprenticeship Act to register apprenticeship programs. The first registrants were mainly labor-intensive fields such as construction, utility work, and manufacturing, but soon grew to include police, firefighters, and teachers. The growth of apprenticeships continued until after World War II, when schools started training people for more complicated jobs. Then came the decline of apprenticeships. After the 1960s, the idea started to form that in order to land a good job, you had to have a college education. And this idea that formalized college education was the only way to gain skills needed for certain fields took a hold, and apprenticeships in many fields dwindled. Fast forward to today. We are now facing an increasing skills gap, where we don't have enough skilled workers to fill available positions. By the year 2020, the U.S. will have a 5 million worker shortage. Let's complicate this problem with the difficulty retaining good employees in a tight job market. Here in St. Louis, I-10 published a report showing that there's expected to be a 60% growth in tech positions in the next 3 to 5 years. As of LinkedIn's January 2019 workforce report, there are over 1,200 jobs open for web developers. In a different LinkedIn article, the skills gap in technology may reach 4.3 million by 2030. Which translates into an unrealized revenue of almost $450 billion. Now, how do we combat that? The Center for American Progress suggests that if employers start hiring apprentices, they will see these 5 benefits. First, use of apprentices builds a pipeline of skilled workers. 83% of employers surveyed by the Urban Institute on Labor, Human Services, and Population said that apprentice programs met their labor demands for skilled workers. Second, by utilizing apprenticeship programs, employers gain workers with customized skills. Many apprenticeship programs offer training in specific skill sets requested by the employer, thus preparing the apprentice to be ready to fill the specific job. Third, the use of apprentices boosts retention. Even though employee poaching was a concern for many employers surveyed, it was found that apprentices tend to be more loyal to the company that gave them the opportunity. In a Department of Labor study, it was found that 70% of college graduates leave their jobs within the first 3 years, whereas apprentices have an 89% retention rate during that exact same period. Fourth, employers save money on wages. In the Urban Institute study, it was found that 60% of companies surveyed reported saving money on apprentices. This is because when an apprentice starts out with a company, they earn 40 to 50% less than a fully trained worker. The apprentice trades starting wages for the training experience needed to excel in their chosen field. For the worker, their salary increases as they learn, thus increasing their wages until they reach market level. And fifth, apprenticeship programs have a positive return on investment. 86% of employers using apprenticeship programs would strongly recommend hiring apprentices. In addition to a positive dollar return, 94% of employers surveyed said that another positive return was that having apprentices increased morale, which is directly tied to productivity and ultimately to profits. Now that we know that there are actual measurable benefits and good reasons for hiring apprentices, what's stopping you? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe. For more information, please catch us at nexelacademy.com.